There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance.
Hopes? That's odd, 'cause I don't... But what? This far out...
Huh?
Evidence decides what... Don't fret, nobody's gonna... But if you dally...
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
I thought I heard something.
We'd better watch out.
Oh, really?
Wait, she heard that?
And as for this outlander you seem to be following, the honorary... Otherwise...
What? Did the sis...
We can't go turning... Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? If it's him you're after, many people have made...
So...
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never... I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight. Go as one!
Rain outlines your fate.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Witness the power of Gugwa!
Guba, get them!
Barbados, guide us!
Force one!
Time for retribution!
Eat this!
You will pay.
Send this quickly!
Nice and spicy!
I swear by my sword!
Yes.
Let me read you a verse.
Guba,
Well done.
Burn!
You need to hurry up. Roast and fry.
No, my sword!
Fuel's clogged.
Here!
out of the frying pan!
Shouldn't get careless.
We'll need more where that came from.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm alright. I got used to...
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonia's church than Paimon realized. Is that Albedo?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. But
But can't he see those hilly churros? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first.
Who are you? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to...
What's up with painting hilly churros?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow.
You can find these holy churls anywhere, but take a look at in the cyclical...
hold your horses. Something tells me we found your man. I'm headed back.
What? What?
So Sister Rosaria, but back to the point.
We met...
I see. Then, I've heard a bit of it. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive.
Whoa, whoa.
For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, It's like you.
Well, if you're...
I beg to differ, but you're not from the known world.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
More, knowledge, and the answer to the question you are seeking. Time for a change.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
Has a question?
I don't know. Using Alka after awaken.
No, Paimon's got a brain, but...
Well, if it...
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's... The subject of how you're able to... Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature. Fascinating.
What a stupid... And another thing!
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh. But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick. Or cause the waterfall south of Springville to flow backwards.
Hey! How would you know any...
In that case, it would appear that, given that there's... Firstly, let me lure a few slimes to the...
Huh?
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. Naturally, if you require...
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare...
You're toast! Nice and spicy!
Rain Cutter! Rain outlines your fate!
Go and fun!
Ha! Time for retribution! Ha!
Great work. If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. Now that we know that the external flow is...
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically...
Sounds kind...
Don't worry.
And...
If anything unexpected occurs, well, that's not just a warning. If an internal... Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, it's a type of... I'll take you to my... All going to...
Paimon? Let's keep our eye...
I suppose this will do. Better than nothing. Better than nothing.
Witness the power of Gua!
Boba, get them! Eat this!
We'll need more where that came from.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. This is my campsite. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research.
Hello!
Whoa!
I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the following this...
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life form. A cryoregist in that sense.
Yes.
After all, if it turned out that he...
Ah, it would. Speaking of...
Great, I'll leave you to it. Huh. Looks like the potion's ready. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. I've just tried some. Remember to keep... I'll be noting down... Remember to keep calm at all times. And breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Tasty? You've got a funny look. You said you
This potion but if the...
So you knew...
It was my own concoction, of course. But of course, in conclusion... Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. The good thing of people are the same when you're sick, but a peculiar... For example, a human can't To sum up, Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Having you...
Not bad.
You can...
Is he trying?
If you're interested...
Here comes Albedo! Let's go see him!
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. Well, there may be... Take to that, but worlds... So, I think answering this question calls for the same method... No. You... Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it. That was your best effort?
What's with the
I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. Anyway,
cooking?
not only is this...
That does sound yummy, though.
I'll leave you to it then. If there's anything...
How are we gonna channel elemental power into...
That was fat.
Where does he get these ideas from? Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
That was fat. And that, as far as the proliferation unless...
We just didn't...
Not to worry. And here's...
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're... Not that...
Hey! But you do have... And you're right!
Yes. There are all... I managed to...
Paimon's bear...
Don't worry. If you had, I must...
So... Guess we'd better take a look. Oh, yeah! The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it! Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong! This...
Goodness. I'm wondering...
Yep! Guess...
Unfortunate. Only a...
You mean...
Don't be disheartened. I have to... Right then. Up until now, our in essence, looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what's super... And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one... So what about if you planted a single blow on them? I know of a location... Not necessarily. Not if you know whichever method I will factor
The opposites.
without limitation. Some of us, no matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. Then if you would please.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Without limit, some of us would, no matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. Then if you would. Great work. Your reputation.
But you followed up.
Me? If the natural,
But how does this help?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding. I may be gold. The essence, I'm willing to. All these things.
Oh, so that.
Precisely.
So after all these.
Of course not. Now, follow me. I imagine you must have encountered more. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practice. I'd like you to. There are two as with the physical test, there are no restrictions. A trident. So, let's see you. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution. Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
No, my sword!
You're toast! I'm the frying pan into the fire!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Hey! Explaining things is Paimon's job!
Seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, there's still a... Let me make a...
Seems like if you...
I've truly gained... Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking for... Unless you can...
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced... I most certainly did not. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so...
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the...
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I'm only concerned...
No way!
With an alchemist in any case.
So... what are you gonna...
I've investigated...
But we...
But for insurance... Now then. Which is what I was...
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh.
We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look. You're back. Good time. You took quite a while. Did you time for the results? But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer.
You couldn't tell that? We spent all day.
Please, Have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a... I mentioned the natural... The only other but imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something is not nurture.
Paimon thought...
Life is a manifold tapestry, a short life. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Albedo...
Thank you both. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower. I mean that it's in the future. If the need arises, well... I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. Those born of Earth, if one did, can I rely?
So, you need to be... Once I open... If your packet...
No. Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you...
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking...
A string?
Yes. I believe it's...
Huh? A package from an academia scholar.
There wasn't anything. I think I've seen...
You've...
No. They didn't...
Oh...
No.
It's called...
Genius Invocation TCG! Yeah, we've been hearing it. We didn't know it had...
That's right. The game, it starts. It turns out, after being... Huh?
No.
Well,
What? Oh?
Well, since it's a gift from...
Oh, right! And since it's a... Okay, fine. Although...
well, Reese, but if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail. Yep, that's the... Trying to learn...
Understood. Traveler? Paimon? To be honest...
Well, what are we waiting for?
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What a nice surprise. Oh, and Sucrose. I'm afraid I've already...
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
Sucrose.
Oh, actually, Margaret...
Genius Invoke... You see, more and more... Speaking of which, You know Prince. My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced...
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only the average player is incapable.
Wow.
How can you use such a... Oh?
Seriously, how can he get all of...
Yes, it w...
So...
Though I'd love to...
That...
Oh,
I'm sorry, but from the day I'm...
If Prince is...
yeah! blah, blah, blah. What is it? Huh. Why is it that every player... Seriously. Games and drinks...
What can I say? Anyway,
Ha! Oh. You know...
Prince speaks.
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Shuyan.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn...
That's right.
Yeah. You're gonna need a few more cards. Okay, let me... Oh, that reminds...
Are you sure that...
It's already... Oh, okay, yeah, I got... All right, so now... Yep. So, are you ready to start? All right. Welcome to the world. Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew, pew, pew! Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours! Now then, you're gonna need a
Let's go.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round. These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions. Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills. Not bad. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves. After you use a skill to attack your opponent, it's their turn. And as you can see, once the enemy... Now, these are Omni-Element dice. They can be spent on any move regardless of the elemental type. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the pyro dice needed for this skill. Go on. That was pretty good! But the game has only just begun. Remember? As much as we'd like to attack again, seems like... In that case, let's after you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round. And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round. Here we are, and a fresh new round me. Ooh, that's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use Diluc's skill now. But But don't worry, situations like these are why we have the option to reroll. Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and reroll them. When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first. This means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy. Once Diluc's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But we're still one. Never mind. Let's start with a normal attack instead. Diluc's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any... Now we have 3 energy, plus we have enough pyro. It's time to use your...
Burn!
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use... Next up, it's time for your second character card, Kaya. Oh, it seems like any move by Kaya is going to cost quite a lot of cryo... When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
Freeze!
Good! Different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. An elemental reaction will be at the moment. Your opponent is affected by cryo, so we should try and use a pyro skill. Oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have 1 active character, while others are considered standby characters. Normally, we can only use the active character skills. Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby character, we'll have to switch them to the active character. In this case, we'll have to switch to Diluc in order to use his skills. You can spend 1...
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Switching characters is an action, just like using a skill. So once it's done, it's your opponent's. Most skills can... Alright then, now that Diluc is... Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage triggers the Melt Elemental reaction. When triggered, Melt increases damage dealt. This will allow you to... right! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards. These cards are all known as action. Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand. Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make an attack. Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll? Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just need to put the action cards in our hand to good use. Don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of support and buffs to your active character. Take this one, for example. So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type. Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any kind of elemental dice. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Fast actions do not end your current turn. Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action card. Well then, you have your blade. Time to tip it. Wait, Diluc's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, we don't even have 1. Well, not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as, by discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into the element of your current active character. And this card isn't useful right now, so we might as well use it for elemental tuning. Sometimes you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Oh well, in Genius Invocation TCG, keeping up a constant flow of combat is much more important than the number of cards you have. In this case, well, let's just take all these useless cards and use them for elemental tuning. Just like playing cards from your hand. Come on, hurry up! Would you look at that? Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra damage! What?
Ha!
Now comes the final part! Hoo-yeah! In a real match, you can make adjustments to your initial hand. At this time, we can select... Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character at the same time. Oh boy, this one's a real doozy. We gotta take it out. Let's see how you do this time. Remember, start by selecting your initial starting character.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. Now let me teach you one last trick, free of charge. You can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can read their intent. Check it out. So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this. All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here in order. Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures and easily defeat your opponents. Well then, that's the end of the tutorial. You're on your own from here. May victory be yours!
This will be interesting.
Freeze!
Let's go.
Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action cards pile. Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action cards to win. All right. Well, we just played Genius Invocation, but
Although I feel
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist had such...
What? What? Oh, when did you get...
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
You snuck in without making a sound? Anyway.
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's Elk. I'm here today...
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might...
Never mind it.
Wait. This card? It's Diluc's character card.
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TC.
A customer left it behind a few days ago. But he wasn't even playing the game while he was...
Oh? And what...
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his worries away. Never seen him...
Eye patch, you say?
Gah! I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be...
So, what about the Diluc character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play. I was hoping... It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. Good. Then I'll take my...
You know where the door... Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope... Well...
Ooh, but in order to play an official remember...
Then, let's use my cards. These... Now... It looks like we each have the Kaya. Take your time.
Yes, he...
Ready for our duel? Sure.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time. I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back? You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time. Guess we can rest a bit.
We have put it.
If you ever have any...
Add astro...
We have put... If you ever... We have put it... If you ever have...
If only you could cleanse the corrupt. Souls of this world.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a verse.
Time for retribution!
It's on fire! You're toast!
No, my sword!
Burn!
I swear by my sword! Go as far! Witness the power of Gurwa! Let me read you a verse.
Learning this?
Barbados, guide us. No, my sword! Witness the power of Gurwa!
Burn!
Nice and spicy!
Rain cutter!
Verdict is...
I don't like the rain.
from? Everybody stand back!
Burn!
Rex Lapis, I am sorry.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Verdict
Light it up! Time to go! Go, team!
Burn!
Benny's adventure team, I have failed you.
Verdict
Where did I go wrong?
Off we go! Light it up!
There can be no excuse for defeat.
Wind, hear me! Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Sakura swirl! Teamwork is dreamwork! Light it up! My apologies! Take flight!
Boba!
Let's light it up!
Race you!
Retribution!
Everybody stand back!
Burn!
Off we go! Adventure time!
But you can use one if you need. Guess we can rest a bit. You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time. I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
No time to lose.
Storm my night! Moderators!
Light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Light it up!
No time to lose.
Burn!
You're right over your head. Let me try. Let's light it up! Go in it!
Retribution!
Light it up!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Let's light it up!
But you can use one if you need.
Time to act. Body and mind. Get out of here! My soul! Take cover!
Learn it, kids!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let me read you a verse.
No time.
Let's light it up!
For retribution!
Stand back!
Amateur mistake. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Burn!
Go in it! Get the ring cutter! Let's light it up!
No time to lose.
Adventure time!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
we go!
Kids!
Light it up! Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Step aside. My turn.
Let's light it up! Go in!
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Witness the power of the wild. Off we go! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Down.
Retribution!
Yeah!
But you can use one if you need.
What's the matter? Out of practice?
I swear by my sword!
Burn!
Barbados, guide us.
Get them! You're toast!
Burning this?
Shouldn't let your guard down. Who's next?
If only you could cleanse the corrupt souls of this world.
One, two...
Guess we can rest a bit.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back? Guess we can rest a bit. I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back? You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time. I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back? You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Retribution!
I swear by my sword!
Hey,
Burn!
everyone hold hands.
You're injured! Get to safety!
What it is?
Commit to memory.
If only it could cleanse the corrupt...
Barbados! Guide us! Go as well!
Time for retribution!
I see everything! Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Time for retribution!